Oh, it is backwards. Dang it. Yep. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Hey, everybody, we're going to flip it real quick here. The screen's flipped. You know, those crazy technical difficulties.
Is that the right way?
Yep, there we go.
This?
Yep. Okay. Sharing. What's happening, everybody? Let's see who we got on. I know everybody's signing in. Looks like we got Jaime, we got Brother Jeremy. If you guys would put where you're from, appreciate you guys. There we go, nice and centered. Besides my hand in the way. Let's see, we got Brother Lloyd from Colorado. Lisa in the house from Kansas. Joseph from Santa Fe. My brother Steve in the house. Manuel from Taos, New Mexico. Brother Chris. What is happening, my brother? From Cincinnati. Yep, 56 Bel Air, buddy. And then, let's see, we got Linda Brown, Rio Rancho. Larry Brown, Rio Rancho. My brother Steven Mora. Fat Lack from Florida. Dino from Australia. Brother Vlad from New Zealand. I can never say it right. Hope you're doing good, Vlad and Dino. Brother Rudy in the house. We got Nolan, Oregon Coast. Anthony Calderon. Tomahawk Customs. Randy Ladbury, North Dakota. All right. KP Videos. What's up, my brother? Ethan Krantz in the house. Well, hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Brother Sal from Louisiana. Well, we got a whole mix. Deja from the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight out the garage. Ruth from Las Lunas. Definitely appreciate you guys signing on. Of course, tonight we're going to be doing another one of the panels that's kind of a quarter panel of a car. You know, every time Brother Martin in the house, straight from the Foothills Mobile Home Park. So, of course, we're going to be doing a 56 Bel Air, the quarter panel today. It's one of my favorite cars. And, of course, it's a pain in the butt to kind of get the shape. You got to think I got to do all this I got to do all of this with the fine line tape. And the proportions are really hard. And, of course, you know me, I always overthink it. And, like I say, it's, yes, definitely. Thank you, Lisa. Everybody, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, please. Especially if you're new, like and subscribe. There's a link to everything I'm going to use tonight you can get from the Vanderslice Custom Shop website. So from the pre-flaked board to the tape to the candies to everything you see, we got a bunch of cool DIY kits or do-it-yourself. Yeah, DIY. I always do DIY. It's do-it-yourself kits, a bunch of cool ones, crosses, a whole bunch of stuff. But this board here, it looks like I did it silver, but I didn't. We ended up doing, I got a bunch of the white flake in and a bunch of ice pearl. Huge sizes that nobody has. I'm talking like pretty big. You can see them on the website. Find my wax and grease remover. I'm going to put a little bit of the wax and grease remover on it just to kind of get the shine so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. And, of course, even with the camera, you guys ain't really able to see what it really looks like. But, man, this is with the snow, with the white flake, with the huge 1,000 ice pearl. And you can kind of see it. I mean, it's pretty. If you're here in person, you can really see it. But then today, too, I got a special guest, Monet. She's doing a story and she's here recording, trying to finish up some last shots for her. She's doing a what would you call it?
Like a short doc.
Like a short doc.
Yeah.
That's
Put
cool.
your hand in the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
So
we got somebody else here filming. Brother Freddie in the house. Brother Lloyd in the house. So tonight we're going to be kind of doing what I did 2 weeks ago. This is getting ready to get sent out to my brother Vince, who bid on it last week. Of course, and this is just to give you guys an idea too. You know, it's all got fingerprints on it though too, of course. Got my paw prints all over it. Been passing it around. But, so of course, you know, we sell the rims for you guys to be able to do this. If you want to do a mini truck, whatever. Don't think that when you get them like this, you got to keep them like this. You got to think, look at this one. I trimmed it down for, you know, to look like the Impala, kind of, you know, with the wheel well, with the fender skirt. You know, it's so easy to just cut them how you want them, tape them up, candy the spokes. You don't got to keep the gold trim on it. You can cut that off first of all. You can shape the wheel well, the wheel well the way you want it. Hey, grab that skateboard, Rudy, if you would, with the rim on it. And watch, I got a skateboard too that I got one with the rim. I chopped down too to where it's got a little bit more space. So, you know, these, so same thing with this skateboard. And this is just tape, you know, it's just on here. The board's not sanded. But same thing, chop down, you got to think. Chop down that rim quite a bit, but in a whole nother shape. You know what I mean? That way it gives you a little more space. And of course, quite a few people like JJ, my brother JJ from Aztec, he used the whole rim on there. It still left a nice space, and he did a really good job. I think it's one of the ones we use for the ads on the website. But just, you know, just a thought, like I say, you don't got to just use it the way you see it. And this one, look, this one is literally just a real small bit of the rim left. That's all that's left. So, you know, that's, and don't be asking for half price because half the rim's gone. Starting bids on this piece. Yeah, starting bids on this piece. And tonight we're going to be doing, so of course you got, like I say, the 56. I know the 57 is pretty popular for a lot of people, the most popular. The 55 is cool. Honestly, it'd be my second favorite. But out of the 3 years, the 55, the 56, and the 57, the 56 is my favorite shape. I just love that molding, the way it just cuts down. Love, you know, right here too. This would be this right here, which we're going to tape to kind of look like the chrome. You guys know I'm not no airbrush artist, so we're going to do the best we can with the tape and spraying. But so we are going to be doing, I'm going to be keeping this white. We're going to be doing some fade outs in it with candy, with tangerine orange, with apple red. And at the bottom, we're going to be doing patterns. And then I'm going to candy over the patterns to where they're underneath the candy, underneath this white ice pearl. Like I say, and we got this as we just added it to the website today, the white flake, the ice pearls. I got a bunch of different sizes. And I mean, if you see it in person, it's just a whole nother story. You know, it's different than the silvers. So like I say, we're going to start taping. Of course, I tried to get most of the work done already just to be a good steward of everybody's time. And of course, the molding, we got the chrome molding. I already have it taped. I'm going to come back and I'm going to retape it just a little bit fatter. And I'm going to remove these green stripes, the green tape. And then we'll start from there. And I'm not going to do super crazy patterns. It's going to be real tasteful to kind of go with the shape of the car. And who else do we got on here? Brother Tunes, Brother Dale, Randomness.
Corey said from Facebook, I didn't even know that you did paint work.
I didn't even know you did paint work. Yeah, right.
And then Calvin said, man, those nails that you need to pattern the nails with white pearl. Her nails, not your nails.
I was going to say, I was like, what?
Her nails.
Yep, Brother Corey on. What a blessing. And of course, Corey, let me tell you, of course, Corey's gone out of this one. because we had to chop it down. But we got Ghosty Corey in the wheel well right here. Double barrel photography in the wheel well there. Corey's the one who designed these for me. I'm all of my logos too. Back to that, you know, we like to support small businesses. Hit up my brother Corey if you need literally logos done. You're trying to get a design for a t-shirt. You need a show board for your car. That's the man to go to. He is top-notch, really top-notch work. Always goes out extra on everything he does. So definitely support local.
Lisa,
Brother Joey in the house too. What is happening, my brother? Another amazing artist on here.
Lisa asked if you like the silver or the white flake more. What's your personal favorite?
I like the silver flake more. Definitely.
And then Chris is asking what size air tip for the ice pearl.
So the ice pearl will go through just about anything. It'll go through anything because it's still pearl, but it's pretty big. Like, man, let me just before we do get taping. So just to give you an example, this stuff is no joke. This is literally pearl. I don't know if you can see it. Huge flakes, but it's still smooth. It's not like a flake, but it's like it's a pearl, but it's huge. I mean, perfect for patterns, perfect to just kind of really get that snow effect. I don't know if you guys can see in there, if you can see it. You guys know House of Colors has it. 2 ounces cost $140, and it's about 200 UMs, the size wise. So I'm gonna kind of come through just to get this effect right here. You guys can see this right here in the molding here.
And then Mogocar said, definitely great interview. I seen you on 60 Minutes.
Yeah, did everybody get to see the 60 Minutes? I'm the rare gringo. That's funny. That's definitely a blessing. They came here to the house, recorded a whole bunch, was here for like 3 or 4 hours, and of course, anything like that, it only gets about 4 minutes when it airs, but definitely was a blessing. Shine a positive light on the lowrider culture for sure. Get so much negative. You guys see me, I'm pretty shaky. What's my saying? If I can do it, you can do it. So I'm gonna come in like that with that, just to get these little louvers, like I say, and I'm just gonna come in, cut. Same thing, cut. Just to even get that line there, I'll come in just where they all line up. I'm going to come in right next to this 1/8 inch. And then I'm going to cut here. Like I say, don't do airbrush. We got to do everything. People like me got to do everything with tape. So do that there. So then a lot of this chrome too, like I say, we're going to tape up to protect it. And of course, usually when it's the silver board, we just keep it the silver. But of course, since we ain't got no silver on here, but it looks pretty close to silver. Like I said, I know it's pretty hard for you guys to see. And usually because it's sanded, it kind of looks like the usual board we do.
John just got on. Greg just got on. Dan from Canada is on.
All right.
And Curtis Bailey.
Brother Curtis, what is happening, Curtis? And then this one I'm going to run, and I'm going to end up taking that green off. So we're going to do that. Then I'm going to cut here. Cut here. Then I'm going to take these off. Like I said, it's kind of hard to get the proportion on these sometimes. And then just doing it with tape. So there we go there. And of course, this is going to be the chrome. This is a red tail light, the bumper. And of course, we'll end up putting some shading, of course, with the bumper bolt on that. But for now, we are going to just mask that up. I'm going to break out with my green 1/2 inch.
Curtis said that he's playing with epoxy now.
Nice. So I'm going to go in and actually we'll end up taping up.
And then your father said to tell you hi.
What's happening, Dad?
It's his birthday. And Rudy's birthday.
Oh yeah, and then everybody, let me tell you, tomorrow is Rudy's birthday.
Rudy's 28.
The big
Correct.
2-8.
He's a youngin.
No dates.
No dates, he said.
All the dates.
We'll be doing the giveaway for a date tonight for sure with Rudy.
Tom is asking, he says that he is having issues with candies bleeding onto one another. What could cause that?
It depends on what's going on. Like, let's say even like, I mean, it just matters what color it is. It could be a number of things. I know Mitchell, I forgot what he was doing. I think it was yellow. Who's that, Ted?
Mr. Tom Cruise.
Mr.
Don't
Tom
call him
Cruise.
like that.
Don't give away his alias.
Red onto magenta.
Red onto magenta. Man, that actually shouldn't be tripping out. Honestly, those go really good together. And let me tell you, of course, back in the day, and I know you would know this too, my brother, let me tell you, like even this board, there was a little spot where we used at Home Depot the day before where I used the marker, and the marker bled through the white. back in the day, red used to bleed through real bad. If the car was red and you were going to shoot it white, would be the worst. Man, you talk about bleed throughs. If you didn't seal it, prime it, there would be bleed throughs everywhere that was red would come through. Of course, this is the chrome. This would be like this molding right here, the chrome molding. This is this. We just taped up this, the tail light, the bumper. We're going to tape up, of course, this molding. And then this, of course, will end up going. We'll end up candying over whatever we're doing right here to kind of give it that look. Like I was saying, if you're an airbrush artist, man, you could go in and do all kinds of stuff. Like, you know, if Corey is still on, anybody that does airbrush, man, he's so good at making the chrome look like chrome, headlights looking like headlights. But for people like me, you got to improvise, make it happen.
He said you make the tape job look so easy, man.
Even with the shakes.
And Tony's asking, what's the hashtag for the date?
No, what's the hashtag? Hey, Toledo family, what's happening, Eric? Brother Tony in the house. Adam Smith in the house, what's happening? Yeah, Randy is definitely, he's a master airbrush. Like I say right now, personally, he's at the top of his game. He's one of the best out there. He's got my brother Alfredo's bike. It's the one with Jesus, with all the stained glass, with bevel, with raised, with the polyester chrome. He's doing so much stuff. People don't even know that thing's going to be so sick. It's going to be unbeatable. I always want to make sure you get all these little leak throughs. Check for any leak throughs you might have. I'm going to go one more time right here just to be on the safe side. It's that low tack around those turns. Sometimes they'll lift up. So there we go there. Now I'm going to come back. Let me see here. Come in. This molding's kind of got like a little, it's got kind of a raised on the bottom and the top. So I'm just going to real quick come along this and then we'll fill it in.
And you know, John asked, is the PPX 55 an epoxy? Is that what you lay the metallic over before flake?
No, but that would be the 55 is a high solids primer surface sealer. That's what we use for that's what we use to like seal these boards, skateboards. If you do need to seal a car, same thing. You can change it into a sealer from just adding 1.5 parts of the premium urethane reducer, and that'll change it into a sealer if you're trying to fill it in with body work. And I'm still, everything I do, I still use the polyester primer. Of course, direct to metal first, and then all of the, I'm a big fan of the Evercoat G2 and the 4:1 polyester primer. Been using it for 25 years, no shrinkage. When it gets hard, it gets hard. No issues out of this 25 years with that primer. Besides it getting hard in a gun when you leave it. Okay, so I'm going to fill in this last little spot. And then I think we're going to start laying out what we're going to lay out. Okay. See one little sliver right here where that point comes. If you don't get that, you'll leave that little sliver of. Okay, so like I say, now we're gonna start. Like I say, we still want to keep this look like the 56, to where they got the white. They got, of course, you know, the baby blue solid at the bottom. We're not doing that, of course. We're doing it still more my style, but we're going to do some patterns, just some fades on this, kind of going with the shape. So basically, we're just going to start like we've been doing, building from the outside in. We're going to do some real tasteful fades in the orange and red. And then this, we're going to do some of that same, kind of like we did on the one 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to candy over it to kind of give it this look with some, you know, kind of patterns underneath the candy. Hey, I appreciate that, Tony, man. Definitely. Brother Michael Moore in the house. What is happening, fam? So I'm going to come in. We will I think I'm going to start with, we'll start with our 1/8 inch. And I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch away. So in other words, wherever you see that orange would be, of course, the chrome molding. Same thing up here. I'm going to run it right, same thing, about 1/4 of an inch away from that body line. I do want to try to accent that as good as possible without killing the shape on it. It's real easy to do. You got this little cut right here, if you guys can see it, kind of where that other little molding goes, because this is a convertible, of course. So it's one of those things that kind of comes to a cut right there.
Adam is asking, are you pulling 5/9 or the 233?
This is the 233. This is the 3M. Man, mainly all I use for the most part, I got my J tape, all of this. You got to think you know me, I use the J tape from England. I use 3M. Every other line will kind of do 2 different colors. These are both masking tape. A lot, like I say, a lot of the old schoolers still use just straight up masking tape. You see, I used the orange just to kind of highlight. That's vinyl. Everything else you see is all masking tape. I know a lot of people use vinyl the whole way. I use it if I'm doing some crazy, crazy turns. And if you are going to use vinyl, I always break out with the heat gun, and I'll go over it to where it stays. You could, you know, I've told this to you guys. I've had jobs with vinyl on it for, I can't even tell you how long, 3 years a job. You know, back when I was on meth, one of those jobs that, you know, had the customer's car for way too long. Way too long. So now that we got this, I'm going to come in with, I got 1/2 inch. Can you grab me 10 1/2 inch ready? Yep.
And Jeremy asked, have you ever had issues with adhesive staying behind?
Yeah, definitely. Certain times the glue from the tape will stay. Just certain, man, it's weird. Like, it seems like sometimes only a month or so in the winter, some of the glue will stay from some of the tape. But for the most part, 95% of the time, I mean, it comes right up. Same thing, I'm using 1/2 inch, the old school 732 3M. I got some of that too. I don't even think I have that listed on the website, but man, this is all we used to use. And this one I'm going to come in for my first fade. This will be our first little fade. We're just going right through the middle of that green. And then I'm going to come in just where it overlapped right here. I'm going to cut right away before I forget. Like I say, you see how shaky I am. If I can do it, you can do it.
And John asked, what's the average time frame that it typically would take for you to do a car?
Man, that one, John, let me tell you, brother, it could be, I mean, are you talking like the job all the way through, or are you talking just patterns? So, I mean, there's been times where I've taped on a car for 3 months and even longer. I mean, just, you know me, it's that tasteful overkill. You're doing something quick, and then there's been a lot of jobs where, man, I did overnight patterns when I was on meth, you know, 24 hours.
You said just patterns.
Yeah, just patterns. It is. Back to that, it could be, like I say, depending on how crazy they want to get. If it's a car, I mean, if you're trying to get detailed, you know, like the one I went up and did in Colorado, the couple I did, you know, I traveled up there, stayed 2 weeks, a week, you know, spent about 10 weeks on one, just doing patterns. The other one I did for Matt, went up there, I think I spent about 5 weeks solid just on patterns. So, and then there's jobs, like I say, that I've spent a couple days where you just kick some butt, try to make it look like you spent a bunch of time on it. And even Tony remembers, you know, when I used to go up to Pewaukee and Santa Fe, you know, I would do those 24-hour jobs, as many patterns as I could throw in 24 hours. So now that's 1/2 inch tan. I'm going to come in with 1/2 inch green. You say we always huge. Not too many people use 1/2 inch. I'm a very, very firm believer in 1/2 inch. We used to do a lot of the fades with 3/4 inch. And now I think that's diesel size. That'd be like what we should use on a diesel. And we didn't think like that way back in the day. So now I try to chop it down with 1/2 inch fades. A little more detail. We're literally just trying to go about 1 millimeter away from that edge with leaving no gaps. Then same thing, I'm going to come back, cut real quick here. You don't want to get too crazy with your razor blade. You don't want to cut too deep. Now I'm going to come back with, the reason I use the different tapes just to see to where it looks cool in between. If I was using all the same tape, these 3 lines, especially you guys on YouTube, it would look like it's just one big fat green line versus 3 different colors. Kind of seeing what I'm doing. Of course, I don't want to lean into the camera too much either. You guys see the side of my face.
Tony said chocolate and chimichangas, huh, Rob?
Yep. Chocolate milk and you remember. Same thing. So we're basically repeating. We're working our way in. This is real tasteful, just some fades. And then same thing. Now I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back with the 1/8 inch. I'm going to go 1/4 of an inch away. Same thing. This will be our next little breakup. It's kind of one of my common must kind of the way I do it, and have done it for years. When you're doing this, either an 1/8 or a 1/4 inch, and then 3 fades or shades. And then an 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch, and then start working your way in again. And we could back to that, we could have came in and kind of did a split, you know, in different areas, but I'm trying to keep this clean, trying to go with the flow of the car. Now, if I was really doing this car, would I do that? Or would I do a bunch of some of the crazy stuff? you know, that's a hard one. And of course, just because of our time, we'll see if I do anything else on the bottom part. But like I said, I'm trying to keep it tasteful to go with the body shape. You're really checking out this white flake and this ice pearl. Man, you should have seen it in the sun yesterday. I flaked all these boards at the kids after school program yesterday and Tuesday. And man, it pops. Like I say, you cannot see it really. It doesn't give it enough justice. Of course, and it's sanded right now, so it's not like you can see it anyway, kind of like we usually with the, you know, when we're usually doing the silver flake boards, it looks like it's primer. You know, people that don't know, they'll be like, man, that looks like we're taping over primer, but of course it's just sanded flake. So same thing, just kind of squishing in. What's happening, Dave? Hope you're doing good, my brother. Brother John too. Sabatini in the house, Florida. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to come in. This is going to leave those really nice points. Man, it's going to just be some crisp points. And it's all a matter of just building from the outside in. Really simple. Going with the tape right through the middle. And those points just look so clean when they're sprayed and untaped. It's like, man.
Tom said, hey there, buddy. He's on Facebook. He's a Facebooker tonight. Dom,
Brother Dom, what's happening? I know you tried to call me Tuesday before the class. It was chaotic Tuesday, brother. Then I seen your text way later on. Are we having class? I was like, man, we're trying to get everything ready, brother, to start shooting, basing and flaking the bikes next Tuesday and Wednesday. And to do that many bikes, 40-something bikes at once. In fact, like 46. In fact, not even that, like 40. I think, honestly, 48 bikes we're having to base and flake. So we split it into two. We're going to be doing like 12 on Tuesday. The other kids are going to be doing a reindeer, a snowman with some of the officers. And then the next week, the ones that we're building, those are going to come. We're going to base and flake their bikes. Okay, so same thing. I'm repeating. Coming in with the 1/2 inch. Same thing, going about 1 millimeter. Away. And we've been having everybody, we've been having somebody give kind of a testimony at the after school program, where they've came from, where they are now. And I know Dominic did his like 3 weeks ago. Tuesday we had Monet's dad, Gilbert. He kind of gave like a 7-minute testimony. And then Brother Juan gave his on Wednesday. He's a police officer from Corrales. And of course, grew up in San Jose, here in Albuquerque. I think we're going to stick with that. Nice points. So we're pretty much done with this section, at least till we're ready to start spraying. Now it's what am I going to do down here? Like I said, I'm going to candy over it. So, of course, I never know what I'm doing. If I'm going to do the same thing, if we're just going to keep it clean, kind of do some cut throughs. Or if we're going to do something a little bit crazy. Brother Juan in the house. 73 watching, but only 43 likes. Yeah, come on, everybody. Like and subscribe. We're up to 74 people here. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. Press that like button and subscribe if you're not. Appreciate you guys. All right, Lubbock in the house, brother Juan. Appreciate you, brother. Brother Michael too, Ortega. Appreciate you, brother. So let's see, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Like I say, this is gonna get candied over whatever I do here. This is where the fingers come out. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Manuel said do some lace. Well, I'm gonna just run some tape real quick, but not 100% sure what I'm doing. Of course, I don't want to throw it too far off from the shape, and I'm not gonna probably stick with this, but
Greg said do fades with solid white.
fades with solid white. Is this Greg from Vancouver?
Oh, no. Yes, sorry.
Sure is, brother Gate. Brother Greg in the house. Do some fades with solid white. And then candy over it. So I don't know if I want to go too much off. Maybe I could do kind of something like this and then the fades through it. In fact, let me do this one. Do this one fast. Okay. Move this one up. And I'm gonna cut this one. Yeah, the same as the side of your caddy. They will be here for a minute on that one. Let's do ribs with barbecue sauce. Who's hungry? Brother Vince. Oh my goodness. Hey, thank you, Raphael. Appreciate you, brother. I watch on my TV, but my chat on my phone. I did the like and subscribe on the TV. Appreciate you, my brother. Let's see. Try to swing this one a little bit more. See that. Okay. We actually need it on here. Hit that negative button. We gotta hit it towards the front of it though.
Just one time?
Huh?
Just one time?
No, hit it one more time. Here's. She's like,
I
one time.
I know.
It's like a beaver. It's funny. It's like it's got like kind of a little Chinese lady saying. It's funny. She's like 1, 2,
I don't think she likes
3, 4. I know it's making some crazy noise. Look, you got an attitude for sure. That's funny.
I'm trying to get it. We'll do one. I feel like it's like. Yeah. I said something earlier. I see the little red button.
What's up, Paul? How you doing, brother? Let's see. I think we're gonna stick. Try to redo this one. It's all right. That's kind of what it does lately.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
She's just not like this.
She's got an attitude.
She definitely has an attitude.
I know that's because it does. It's gotta like cool down. I turned it off and then I turned it back on the other day and it started smoking like crazy. It needs to like way cool down. I know it's like tripping.
That's what I sound like when I'm sleeping, probably.
So I'm gonna kind of put this on. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna mask it up real quick and then we're gonna run some fades over it. We'll see how that turns out. So I'm gonna come in with my 1/2-inch green. I'll have to come back and kind of cut these. Like I say, if you're going to be taping, you might as well take advantage. If you're masking something up, make the most of it. So this will be one little fade in there. What else are we on even, girl? We're on Facebook.
Facebook, yes.
How many people are watching on that? We always forget about our Facebook.
No, I throw in the comments.
How about let's do a giveaway too. Hey, we're gonna do a giveaway. If you're on Facebook, switch to YouTube. Switch over to YouTube because you're not able to win on Facebook.
And Eric said he would like to be at the class on Wednesday.
For sure. Is that Toledo?
No, Eric Christopher.
Eric Christopher, all right.
Oh,
We'll put him to work. What's happening, my brother Eric? Okay, so I'm gonna come in here. We got this little deal. I'm gonna have to kind of cut. It's so easy to sit there and forget about that. Little sliver overlapping. Okay. And then I'm just gonna come in, mask this up.
what do you want the hashtag to be?
Let's do hashtag Rudy B Day. And then we're gonna be giving away.
And it has to be in all caps.
Yeah, it has to be in all caps. We are gonna give away what are we giving away?
A date with Rudy.
Well, besides the date with Rudy, that's a Rob's caddy.
Rob's caddy's crazy.
That is
They're
crazy.
just going with the caddy. The car Date with Rudy, Daisha in the car.
That's funny.
I don't know.
Okay, so now I'm gonna come back. Huh? A banner.
The dog.
The dog.
Yeah, boomer.
Yep. We're giving away the dog. So now same thing. I am running an 1/8 inch masking tape kind of like we did at the top. Same thing over here. I think what we'll do, we will give away let's go big. Let's do a 15-inch cross. We'll give 3.
Let me write this down.
Yeah, write it down. In fact, we'll give away and this will be a big it'll be one of the DIY kits for the 15-inch cross, but we're just gonna we'll give away one cross, 3 colors, whatever of your choice of the ready to spray 2-ounce, a black and white, 2 rolls of tape. We'll give away a 2 ounce of wax and grease remover, some razor blades, plastic razor blade, pretty much everything it takes to do the job, except besides the gun. So that will be one of the 15. If you could hand me one of those crosses, that's the tallest stack. One of those crosses. The one, yeah, back, yeah, grab one of those 2, the one you did, yeah. There you go. Appreciate it, brother. So that'll be one of these crosses of your choice. You'll get 3 colors, like I say. So we'll wait about 5 minutes. Here, watch. Let me hand those back. And I start stacking stuff over here. It gets crazy, man. It's, woo!
Grandpa said that he'll hold the lace while you spray
Hey,
and leave the shadow of his hand like you did on the Volkswagen.
There you go. There you go. That's the way we used to do it before I started using low-tack spray adhesive. Pretty much have 2 people holding the lace on the side. Hold it as tight as you could, hope for the best, and spray. And man, that thing is crazy over there, huh? Sounds like it needs a. I know, huh?
Can I try it off?
Yeah, for sure.
She said no.
She probably did. Did she? That's funny.
No.
I think she's alive, man.
She said no.
It's like somebody remote. Literally, it's like somebody remote. Like, brother Rob Diesel in the house. What is happening, my brother Ruben? How you doing, brother? We got Eloy. Definitely got some people that haven't been on. Please like and subscribe. We're up to 91 people now. So same thing here. In fact,
Only 60 likes.
and only 60 likes. Come on, like and subscribe. In fact, we are going to, so we'll do a little crisscross, kind of like we did on the other one, but so I'm going to come in. There. Now it's all quiet. It's almost like too quiet. That was like the radio. Just kidding. Rodriguez, what is happening? Hit that like. Yep, hit the like. Okay, so now I'm going to fill this in. And then we're going to run another one over this. This is the puzzle taping. So this is set up, ready to spray. Once we start breaking down, everything's going to start crisscrossing each other. There's a couple ways you could do it. You could actually spray this, then you could crisscross on top of it. And if you think smart and you try to plan it all out, you can have everything taped, and it's just a matter of spraying and untaping. So you don't got to go back and retape a bunch of times. So there we go there. Now we're going to come back with the green 1/2 inch. And that thing is still going, huh? That's crazy.
Yes, it's true.
It's like the whole little cool down thing though. I got one of those Viver heaters that you see on TikTok. Bombarded like 2 months ago. Everybody and their grandma was showing it. I got the Viver heater. Of course, I fell for it and got it. And it's a little diesel heater. It's actually pretty nice if you're not trying to get crazy. So same thing. Got the green. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to crisscross somewhere else. What now?
Yeah, talking about the live.
Hey, I appreciate that, Dom, for sure, brother. Way appreciate it. I know I'm still trying to figure out TikTok, brother. I see people tag me and stuff, and it's like hard to figure out. I'm gonna have to get with you, and so you can show me how to see the comments and stuff like that.
You have way too many.
I know it's like.
Red notifications.
I know Deja said I have all kinds of.
I go through and I'm like, I'm doing so good. And it's like 200 plus.
That's funny. I'm trying to figure it out. Dom's the TikTok famous on here. How many followers do you have, Dom, on TikTok? I can't even get past 2,000, and you're like something like 40,000 or some crazy. Okay, so then I'm gonna come back in with the 1/4 inch tan. Same thing. Then we're gonna be pretty much ready to start spraying. What time is it, man? 9:04. Wow. Yeah, 40K, 40,000 followers. Crazy. And he's getting paid, man. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so back to that. Coming in again. Gonna crisscross over here.
You want to do the raffle?
Yeah, let's do the raffle. So like I say, a 15-inch cross. Some 2-ounce ready to sprays. Here we go. Here we go.
Can I win?
Can Rudy win? No, if you win, it's cheating. That'd be like buying yourself a birthday present. Winner, brother Juan. Right on, brother, from Lubbock. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, brother, if I don't have your number, my phone number and Deja's is in the description. Text your info to one of those numbers, brother, and that way we can figure out what colors you want. And I always like to get everybody's name and number. Like I say, everything I'm using, you guys can get on the website. Support. We appreciate it. Man, we're up against some monsters. What'd she say now? She said there's something. I told you there's something.
She did.
It's crazy.
I don't know. She said something crazy though.
It did. It sounded crazy.
It sounded wild.
Told you there's something up or something. It's crazy.
I'm feeling big just thinking about.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna crisscross one more time over here. Then we'll call it. And then I think I'll do the ones through the middle after it's all said and done. We'll shoot some going through the middle. So pretty much now, like I say, we're gonna be doing oranges and reds, some of my favorite colors, for sure. And of course, we're gonna start with the red first. Let me get some of this tape out the way. Rudy, if you want to set up that fan for sure. We'll let Rudy set up the fan real quick. Yep, congratulations, my brother. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. What we could, let me see. Let's see real quick. Where is all the laces? That's probably at the center, huh?
Oh, I do have a feeling.
Oh no, it is. Here we go. No, I got some.
And then left that small one, and then take a small shot. Now I don't know why. Now I'm like find out why.
Everything accepting.
The spray pizza?
Oh.
You're gonna have to do it Grandpa said.
Yeah, there we go.
Greg says those are the biggest empty spots you've ever left.
I know, that's crazy. They won't be empty for long though, Greg. Don't worry, buddy. They won't be empty for long. So I'm gonna put some lace. Try to pick a good spot here. So I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna probably go with this area here. So I'm spraying a little spray adhesive. Boom, there we go. You guys want to hold this real quick? Yeah, hold it both ends just real quick. Like, let's grab this here. Thank you, sir. Okay.
I said that's someone's grandma's lace for sure.
For sure, for sure.
And then what colors are you doing again?
Tangerine orange and apple red, and we're gonna do some white too. But this, the lace, I'm gonna shoot with black. And I'm actually probably should have masked up a couple areas, but that's all right. We'll do a semi little mask here so I don't get black. These little areas here. One more over the lace, real sloppy tape job, but we got this. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, this is the one too with Mary and all that on here. That's a good one. Watch, I'll have to show it to everybody. I know. I almost shouldn't be using it. I think it's the one with the Mary. Okay. Oh yeah, that's red. There's my black bow. You want to lift it up just for a minute? I like to spray my lace with a little bit high pressure so it gets in all the little holes. Really up close too. Okay. Let me get some of this up real quick first. Okay. Here comes the magic. There we go with the lace in the center there. And I wanted to show you guys this is almost shouldn't even have used it. Yeah, let's watch. Will you guys hold that way? Hopefully you guys can see this. Man, this is a sick piece of lace. And watch this kind of go my way a little bit this way. And then let me pull it this way so they can see it. Now pull it your way a whole bunch. We got a team effort. We got a four-man team here. But man, way cool lace. Like I say, a lot of this I find, I mean, look at even the flowers on there, way cool. But yep. So now we got the lace on there. I'm gonna come back with some apple red right there.
Hey, Randy's on. And he's done.
Brother Randy in the house. So I'm gonna literally come along here. I'm gonna shoot just a little bit of apple red. Over everything. Because I want it to be the first color, and then we're gonna start with our oranges. It's a simple, real easy. If you're, whatever colors you're trying to use, like tonight we're using tangerine orange and apple red. I'm shooting the apple first, and then we're gonna go over it with the tangerine orange. Now you might want to turn that back on, girl. That's funny after all of that now. Because we got the fan going. Everybody's going to get. There you go. That's what it sounded like she said, huh?
Shut up.
Shut up. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, man. It's crazy, man. I didn't know I was getting her with the purchase, man. It's crazy. So now it's basically we're going to start tearing down. We're going to peel this first one off. And because there's patterns underneath it, you got to watch when you're peeling them. You don't want to peel any of the patterns underneath of. See, like this one wanted to start peeling up. Push it back down. Next, then same thing. I'm going to be taking this off here, except for, you know what? I'm going to wait on these because we're going to keep this kind of ghosty. We're going to finish up this area first, and then we'll move to that up there. So now this, I'm going to come in with a little bit of white first to make it kind of pop.
Calvin asked, where do you find your lace at, Rob?
All over the place. Savers. I know, don't tell them. Thrift stores, a whole bunch. And I have a whole bunch. Whenever we go for the classes, I bring my whole collection with me and I sell usually a big old piece. Usually for like 20 bucks. I mean, and I find them anywhere from thin this down some. white actually needs a little bit reduced. Crazy. That's like that Christmas Story. It's like the heater's making all kinds of racket. They act like it's a monster down in the basement. So I'm just gonna barely hit along these lines. You almost can't even see it, just to kill the pearl and the flake. Like my brother Greg said, so I'm gonna do that there, and then okay, boom. Now we're gonna come back a little bit of the orange. Red. I'm gonna come back in with this orange. Okay. Same thing, we're gonna go next. Same thing, be real careful when you're peeling, especially when you got patterns underneath, so you don't peel up the tape. Like right there, of course. Usually when tape's coming up on the end here, I will kind of pull up like a section, and then I'll split it and I'll go left and right with it. Okay, so now next, same thing, I'm gonna come in with a little bit of white first. Right along there. Real settle. Same thing, I'm gonna come across here where it crisscrosses. Then I'm gonna come back. Black. one little area at the bottom of the board that's black. I should have seen. I don't think we'll have no issue. If not, we'll shoot a little black across it. Break out your tack rag. Go over it some. Make sure you don't got no areas that peeled up. Of course, that's black. There. Red. Same thing. I'm just gonna come across with a little bit of the red.
Michael's asking, what gun are you using?
A bunch of different guns. This is the one that Curtis bought me. These are the Astros. The orange is just a cheap, man, honestly, I think probably a $15 gun. Another Astro with the white. The black that I'm using is my go-to, the Matco. All of them are touch-up guns, every one of them. They're all either 1.0 or 0.8. So same thing, I'm just barely going along. We're just gonna get a little, so it kind of looks kind of pink even. So I'm gonna go over it with the orange. And same thing, wherever I buried my razor blade. Of course. It's buried in here somewhere, no? Right there, yep. Taped over it. So same thing, we're gonna lift this up.
Chris asked, are you dialed into a dot pattern or a light fan?
So what we just did with the red was a light fan, very light. The orange was dialed into a point. I would call it airbrush mode, and then that's why I tell people, even like the kids at the class, you're constantly going to be adjusting the gun when you're shooting patterns. There's no one set adjustment. Everyone's going to be a little different depending on what you're shooting. As you can see, these are all kind of crisscrossing over each other. Then we're going to candy over it. So pretty much there, we are pretty much ready for that. I'm going to shoot orange right over all of that right there. Let's see. I think I'm going to shoot the black first over that pattern that I overlaid. So with this black, for sure, I'm putting it into, same with this, it's pretty thick. Let me reduce the black real quick. Here. How about, is there any lowriders? You ever see any lowriders in Puerto Rico? No?
No, like, this is all new for me, you know, so.
You got to know the spot. How many, what's the population out there? Do you know? Or
It's like 3 million.
is it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. A lot more than I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
What would it be compared to in size? You know, like say like
I think, like, compared to here,
like new,
Well, it's
you know, like area.
Puerto Rico is 100 miles
Got you.
by 35.
Wow.
Go through the entire island and Koala.
That is great.
That's 100 miles from east to west and 35 from north to south. That's small.
That is so small.
I haven't seen no lowrider.
I know that would be nice, Doug. If we had time to do the silver leaf, we would do, but no. I'm just barely coming through with a little bit of black. Barely. I don't want to get too crazy with it. I know I wanted on that other one to do something like that too. Okay, so now cut this here. 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 Cut this here. I'm gonna pluck out right here. Okay, and then this one here, let me see. So I'm gonna come in with that right there with the red. Now I'm gonna dial it back in for this, the red. You can pretty much get pretty in airbrush mode. Of course, I don't want that much. Little less material, little wide, little more pressure. I'm gonna just come right here. Okay, then we're gonna take that out here. Okay, and then same thing here. And then I'm gonna come back one more time with red again. That way I can untape that. Okay. Barely hit this a little bit. And then let me hit after I get real quick. I kind of hit it with orange real quick over the whole thing. Crank up the material a little bit more. Okay. Then I'm going to untape this, all of this. That way. Same thing over here. We're gonna pull up this. And this. Go there. One last little piece here. And then, oh, holy crap. That was a right setup. Really? Really? Oh, yeah.
You want to look it down or is it ready? Not that strong.
Okay. We had walls falling down, but we're all right. We're gonna all live.
It wasn't really phone call.
Adolfo Lopez, what is happening, my brother? What do we got? Okay, so now I'm gonna come back in. Same thing with orange again. Candy over all of this. Back to let me a little bit. Let this dry real quick. I do want to put a few lines through it real quick before we get too crazy. Let that set just a second. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. In fact, you know what? You know where the heat gun is? Get back in there. Yeah, and then in fact too, one of those extension cords from in there, I think. It should be right there too. I'm gonna run.
Somebody asked, have you ever cleared your work and missed a piece of tape?
All kinds of times.
It's so confusing to me.
All kinds of times back in the day, especially when we used to use the blue vinyl, like in the late 80s and 90s. Man, there would be a sliver. I don't care how long you checked. Man, somehow, some way, there'd be a little sliver left somewhere. Just crazy. So now I'm going to come back real quick. Did you find it? Okay. So all of that tape just to spray a little bit. So I'm going to tape this real quick here. Tape that right real quick there. I'm going to come in with a little bit of white. Barely. And then I'm going to untape that real quick. Come in with the red. Quick there. And I'm going to come back real quick with a little more red over this edge. Some little ghosty lines through there. Come back with the orange. Kind of candy over all of that. And of course, that will be hologram. What I just did there, when we shine the light at the end, when it's cleared, that's going to be those areas that you guys always see that pop out. They kind of disappear and then they pop out. So now, I'm going to flip it over real quick. Hopefully we don't blow the circuit. Let's turn that up just real quick. Bake that a little bit there. Turn this back on. So now these areas here, take this one. That one. This one here. Like I say, we're going to try to be pretty subtle with this up here. come with the orange, and I'm probably gonna go back just real quick, barely, to make the lines pop up a little bit better with some of the red. Not enough to really tell. Okay. And we're gonna do another giveaway here too.
What do you want the hashtag to be for that one?
Let's do hashtag DIY kit.
DIY kit,
Yeah,
all caps.
yeah, all caps. DIY kit. Okay. Same thing. I'm gonna come back with another orange. I'm just barely hitting the tape, not really shooting in the lines. This we're doing straight up a fade, not a shade, but a fade. And same thing, I'm gonna come back one more time, just real tasteful. We're trying to just be super clean. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna peel up these last little. I'm gonna keep these ones, the white with the white flake. on this, just real settle. Super clean. Okay, now this molding. We're getting there. We'll be clearing pretty soon. So I'm going to barely shoot a little bit of black. But I'm talking nothing to where it's going to come out black. Just barely. Like it almost doesn't even look like I shot anything there. But I did. Because you see me. What was I faking it? Yeah, exactly.
What are they doing for the?
Yeah, what are we doing for the giveaway?
Yes.
Let's do
Just in case I missed it.
hey, and then we need to the blanket, man. We'll
I
have to
know.
show.
Look, it's on the phone.
Yeah, you can share it on there.
No,
It's on that phone? Really? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
we wanted to do that. But
Well, I'm saying the
a
actual
lot.
blanket. But of course, that'd be hard. We'll be stretching it back and forth over the.
no, I have no idea. You can like written it. Written that. Something.
There you go. Okay. Very settle. That will be. Could actually hold it up, maybe.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Do you guys mind holding it? Perfect.
Okay. Now let's see.
Do you decide on the raffle? You're winning for this one?
For the raffle for this one. It's a very good question. Now we'll do some of the ice pearl. And it's pretty expensive. It's $2 a gram. We'll do let's do so we'll do for this giveaway, I will do 10 grams of my biggest white ice pearl. I'll do 20 grams of the red biggest ice pearl. and we will do violet. We'll do a 10, and we'll do, I think, a green 10 grams of green.
You ready for the raffle?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay.
Let's do it. Did you do it?
Yes.
Who won?
Jay Knox. We'll definitely have.
Yeah, brother Jay. Let's see. Not definitely. So Jay, let me tell you. I know I don't have your number. Our phone number is in the description in this YouTube. Text your info to either one of those numbers. That way we can get your address and we can get this shipped out to you, my brother. Congratulations. And please, everybody, like and subscribe for sure, if you would.
And I do have the blanket.
Yeah, post a blanket. So you want to talk about that, girl? Talk loud and proud.
No, you talk loud and proud.
Hey, so everybody, we're gonna be doing lowrider blankets with patterns that I've done on hoods, roofs. We got a bunch coming in, really nice quality, and so definitely, I know Deja's gonna be posting it here. Man, this one is amazing. Really nice, super clean. She's gonna be posting it right now. You'll get to see it. Gonna be selling these, not sure exactly what, but probably around the $120 mark, something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, buddy. And then that's and one more time, please forgive me your name. Abraham. And like I say, got Monet and Abraham tonight here, special guest. Monet's doing she's doing a story for one of her college projects, and she's getting some last minute footage. So definitely a blessing. That's them holding up the blanket right there. And man, especially for $120, we're not sure exactly if that's the price. It could go up by about $200 or $300. Laugh out loud.
And they are limited.
Yeah,
So
definitely limited.
Amount.
Yep. So this, real quick, I'm gonna get this tail light, just a red, real quick. In all reality, I could have shot red over the black. It wouldn't have changed it, but just for formality, I'm gonna tape up that just to shoot that little bit of red for the tail light.
And then I know Anthony did ask, what is the pigment load for the white pearl?
So that is pretty much your discretion. Honestly, let me tell you, yesterday to shoot these boards over at the after school program, between Tuesday and Wednesday, I brought, I'm trying to think, the jar I brought was probably 30 grams. Maybe, honestly, no, it was a 60 gram jar. It was, yeah, definitely the 60 gram. It's the bigger jar, 60 grams of this. I put about 30 on Tuesday and about 30 in Wednesday's class. And I shot, I think, like 9 of these boards. And then, of course, the white flake. I shot one of the 6 ounce. I used a whole 6 ounce jar. So that's 9 boards, 6 ounces of the white flake, 60 gram, which I mean, I was pouring as Deja. The kids were like egging me on, so I poured extra. I was being a lot, how would you put it? Being extra.
Generous.
Being generous with the flake as I was pouring it. But let me tell you, it doesn't take that much. You can get away with whatever you're doing with the minimal amount. It just depends on what you're doing, Anthony. For sure. Now.
Yes. Let's see.
I'm just gonna barely do kind of like the little shading on the bumper. And then trying to think what I used last week for the bolt. Boom. Whatever we can find around here. La, la, la. We're just gonna shade around this. A little bit.
And then Alexander asked, can you use just the pearls as a ghost pattern or even a shadow of a pattern?
Way.
And if so, would it be better over or under the caddy? Or
It would be.
under the candy.
You
Sorry.
could put it either. You could put it over the candy, especially depending on what. Let's say like the orange. Let's say this was violet. You wanted to put the ice pearl. You wanted to do some skid marks over this. Let's say this was purple or magenta. You could put that to do the skid marks. You could do ghosties over this. You could put it before it and then candy over it. I mean, that it's just endless possibilities. Brother Travis, what is happening? Long time no see. Hope you're doing good. Brother JR. Hey, did JR send you guys anything about he's going to be doing a raffle? Is it? Did he send it to you?
I can screenshot it.
Okay. And Brother JR, if you guys know him, he's on here. His creation, he's the one that's been doing all the awesome leather work. He's going to be doing a raffle. You can go follow him, his creation, or JR's leather work on Facebook, Instagram. You can't really see the wheel, huh? There we go. This I'm just barely shading kind of where the chrome is. You guys can kind of see this is where the chrome is. Chrome. Like I said, it'd been nice if I'd had more time. We could have, with the Cricut, we could have done the Bel Air. We're pretty much almost ready to untape and start clearing. Little sliver of red. See this little bleed through too, if you guys can see it. These are the type of things that'll make it or break it, so you got to kind of come back and like clean it up. Left a little sliver of red. Hopefully it looks like a 56.
Keep track of all the tape you have there, like every single.
Yeah, every little line. That's crazy, man. It's so easy to forget and leave something. So I'm gonna get some clear ready. I'm gonna go around, of course, let me go around the edges with a little bit of black. Most definitely, my brother. Thank you, brother. Okay.
And I know you said Jerry is doing a raffle, correct?
Yeah.
You're gonna put up the picture.
Yeah, if you would. Yeah, Deja's gonna put up a picture of the raffle he's doing of it's for a, he does the amazing leather work. I don't care if it's purses, Harleys, I'm talking wallets. Man, this guy is sick. Yeah, I think he's raffling a wallet and he's raffling a purse.
And I think it's
Like
$20
a bag.
a spot for each item with a number 1 through 20. So there's a picture of the wallet and then the bag.
Yeah, there's the bag, which is all leather, and then there's the wallet. A lot of work, a lot of work. Check it out. You guys can check it out. Watch. And then watch. Yeah, she's gonna pull up some other.
Oh.
So here's a picture of just the detail in the wallet. Oh, my pictures.
Oh yeah.
And then here is a picture of the leather bag. So also raffling off. So it's two separate raffles, if I'm correct.
Nice. Lots. Okay, I'm gonna get some clear ready. Oh yeah, sign it. Do we have a marker in here? Everybody can start the bidding. Boom, boom, boom. Starting bid starts at $350. If anybody wants it. Get some clear ready real quick. That's probably why. That's crazy. Wow. If you probably would, so we don't get overspent. Mixing up some clear real quick, everybody.
Two to one or 4-1?
This is going to be a 4-to-1. This is a 4-to-1 speed clear tonight. And unfortunately, I'm out of this right now. Hopefully have some more in. Really, really nice speed clear.
Prime clear?
Yes. That's PCX 44. Like I say, unfortunately, I'm out of it right now. And of course, I'm going to put down just a dry coat, kind of a medium wet, dry, whatever you want to call it. We'll let that tack up for just about 3 minutes. You always, especially over pattern work, you always want to just put a medium wet. Let me tell you, I've seen color run down into silvers because people are a little too excited. Always put a dry coat. We'll give it just a second and then we will gloss it out. The reason is we don't want to wet it. Colors will move. They will shuffle around, especially like I say on the side. There's been times where I've cleared, got too happy, and I've watched candy run into the silvers, especially when it's on a side view. Brother Michael, legs in the house. I know I talked to you last week. Still need to talk to you, my brother, about which exact colors you want for me to send you. So I've got a chance tomorrow. Have to let me know, brother. I'll send you a video of everything we got for sure. Hopefully did it some justice. Something close. It's just crazy, just barely any of the rim shows. Let that just tack up just a minute more. He said, Brother Travis said, got a little heavy while flaking and ran it pretty bad, man. We all have. So I told the kids yesterday at the after school program, you know, there's a bunch of painters, a lot of the help mentors that are there. Said, man, it's so easy to run it. And it's like, and of course I joked. I said, I've never got runs. We've always got runs. I don't care how many years you've been doing it. So now I'm going to put a wet coat on. And then we'll turn up the light, see what it looks like. Hey, do we even have the light here? Yeah, it's right here. Okay.
Daryl said, how many lunches do I have to skip to add this to my wall?
I know, huh? That's a good one. Got a lot of trash in it tonight, too. Okay, we're going to turn up the light.
John said they're not runs, they're flow checks, Rob.
There you go. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm going to, I can disconnect, right?
Make them do it.
Hopefully you guys are able to see those ghosties. I'm going to kind of go around too. You want to come to this side, Rudy? There you guys. See the little patterns going through? And then I'm going to walk to the other side. Real settle just on the fades too. Really clean. Little ghosties.
Is that the flake, the Vanderslice mix?
No, this is white. This is white flake with the ice pearl. Yeah, it's white base coat, white flake, and Ice Pearl.
Kristen, you can really see the pearl flake now.
I know. Let's kind of go a little angle that way. Put my finger on the. Well, definitely thanks for tuning in. Everybody, you can get all these products online. Thanks for supporting. We appreciate you guys. Let's go out with some prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you, Lord. First and foremost, we just thank you, Lord. Thank you for another day. I just lift up every single person on the live tonight, Lord. I just pray over them, over their families, over everything they got going on. We just lift you up. We just ask for forgiveness, Lord, too, in those areas that we fall short. And I just pray for those that don't have a relationship with you, that they would come to know you, Lord. As there's so many people on here with the testimony, with verified proof that you are real, that you're still in the business of changing lives, no matter how desperate it seems, no matter how crazy it seems, no matter what's going on in your life, the Lord is always there. So we just thank you, Lord. We just give you praise, and we just thank you. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. Amen. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll let Deja turn this off somehow.
Just the end. Just the button that says
Yeah, what up?
Jama, can I say hi?
Yeah, what up?